Okay, so I'm on take 6 now, and hopefully this will work. I've been having all sorts of problems getting this video up. But I wanted to share with you guys an overview of what we're doing for curriculum this year. I guess if I had to pick a curriculum that we're using, it would be Timberdoodle. I'm not actually using any of their curriculum packages, but I found a lot of resources on there that I really liked, and most of what we're using that is structured is from Timberdoodle. So I guess that's kind of what we're using. Um, I had already started doing the unit studies that I had set up with the boys. I mentioned that in my previous video. Samuel wanted to do things from back then, so basically history, old stuff. He wanted to do farm. He wanted to do Africa. He loves Africa, wanted to learn more about Africa. And he wanted to learn about weather and natural disasters and emergency workers and kind of that whole thing together. And Timothy wanted to learn about farms and things that go, anything that goes. So after getting materials for those things, mostly books and little supplemental activities and things, I quickly realized that that was not going to be enough to keep us busy. And while I still want to do that and focus on those things that are important to them, it became very clear to me that we would need to add more to what we're doing. So I looked around and I thought of things that were really important to me. So for Bible, instead of doing like a Bible curriculum, we already do worship with the boys from their own books in the morning at breakfast. We already do worship in the evening. So I picked out something for me to study and share with them what I'm learning throughout the week. And I'm studying about the different names of God. I found a book that has 52 lessons, so 52 weeks. So that's a new name every week of the year. And that will give me a way to talk to them about who God is and open doors. And as I'm praying and learning, I can really share with them throughout the day who God is, because I really want them to know Him. And also, I want to be more focused on scripture memory. Now, before I get any farther, because I could keep going, I wanted to show you, I found this resource on Timberdoodle that helps me plan. This is what we're doing next week. Now, all of these resources I'm sharing with you, we're not doing now. We're introducing them slowly, a few at a time, so that we can kind of get used to them and make sure that it's not too much. But this is what it looks like, and you just write in on this side what you're doing and how many pages are lessons, and then here you black off so that you'll put a check mark each day that you do it. So for some of them you only do it once a week, and for some of them you do every day, and you just kind of put them in. And then this is for supplemental material. This is where I keep track of the stuff that we're doing for our thematic studies. And then down here, I keep track of the books I want to read to them. At lunchtime, I choose the book to read. Every other time during the day, I'll read to them whatever they want. But at lunch, I choose a book. And that helps me keep track of the books that I'm choosing to read to them. So that kind of explains how we're doing that a little bit. So the names of God, I want to be more intentional about scripture memory, especially longer passages. So listening to our scripture memory songs regularly, I have on there as well. As I'm learning more about herbs, I want to share that with the boys. So 1 to 2 times a month, I'd like to do some kind of herbal activity, whether it be going on an herb hunt or making a craft or making some kind of something or playing an herb game, just anything. I want to do that with them. And we want to go on a nature walk every week, play outside every day, and do 1 nature activity a week. Sometimes this will cross over with the nature walk, sometimes it won't. And then I also want to make sure to do at least 1 art activity a week, because Timothy really, really loves art, and Samuel never liked it all that much, so it takes a little bit of work for me to remember to get out the art supplies and do them. So that's something I want to make sure to do for Timothy. Also, in here, some of the regular stuff we have is each month we focus on 1 chore. This month it's making the bed, and we work on that all month to build the habit before adding a new chore the next month. And I want to get to the place where Samuel is working on cooking at least 1 meal with me regularly a week. And then on top of that, we want to make sure to do our theme that we're studying at least 2 to 3 times a week, doing something that touches on those themes. Now, the other stuff I'm going to go through kind of quickly because this will cut me off. I guess if it cuts me off, I can maybe do another one. But I'm going to try to go through this quickly, and then if you want to see any more of what I'm mentioning in another video in more detail, I'm happy to share it with you. But what I picked from Timberdoodle is the beginning geography book, which is very basic map skills. It starts from where you are. I believe it's very important to learn about where you are and kind of build out. And this does that with the map of your house, understanding how that works, understanding left to right, north, south, east, west, just some of the most basic stuff in a really fun way. And I think Samuel will really like that. And I'm going to put them in these clear protectors, not sheet protectors. They're actually something I bought that's a little bit nicer. And so he can, once we do them together once, he can do it on his own during his rest time, and just have fun with it and wipe it off and redo it, and it'll be really fun, I think. I'm also getting Bede's History of Me, which I believe is only available through Timberdoodle. And basically, Samuel's really interested in history, but he doesn't understand the concept of time. And so this is a basic introduction to what history is and helping kids to grasp that basic understanding of time. And I think that Samuel will really, really enjoy it. There's lots of fun activities, lots of great stories to read, and I think it'll be really, really good for him. As far as math goes, I'm using mathematical reasoning workbooks that they have, which I've done some of the samples of that with Samuel online, and he has a lot of fun with it. And it moves beyond just the 1 + 1 is 2 and helps getting you into some of the deeper thinking and the mathematical reasoning. And I think that that's going to be really good for him. And I'm also going to be getting him Inchimals, which is they're rods that have animals on them and numbers and all sorts of stuff. And so you learn math based on these. They're kind of like Cuisinart rods, except they're for younger kids. And so I think that he'll really have a lot of fun with that. And I'm also getting Farmland Math, which of course goes in with the farm theme, and I think they'll both love it. I think it's going to be a little bit challenging for Timothy, a little bit easy for Samuel, but I think that'll be really fun to do together. And basically, it's this story about a farm, and each new story introduces a new math concept, and they act the story out on the mat and answer the questions, and it's super cute. I have some logic stuff that I'm working on with Samuel, which is he's really enjoyed the books that he got about castles that we've been doing with his history stuff. And so there's a logic puzzle. It's got blocks, and it's called Camelot Jr. And you have to figure out how to get the blocks in the right way so that the knight can save the princess. And it looks really fun, and I think it'll be really good for him. I think he's a little unsure about doing it at first, but I think he'll get the hang of it and do really well. And there's another workbook that I already have called Developing the Early Learner, which I'm not really sure about, but we'll try it. And then as far as science goes, Samuel loves science and science experiments. He loves reading about science, anything related to science. So we got the Not So Messy Science program through Tinker Lab, which is the big bag of science, and then they also have some of their own supplements. And it's just got a lot of really hands-on science, really simple, really fun, perfect for his age, and it gives a lot of great explanations, and a lot of the stuff is stuff that Timothy is going to have a lot of fun with as well. Also, I got the First Science Dictionary from Usborne, which is also recommended by Timberdoodle, and we'll just go through a few pages of those a week, and if there's something he's really interested in, we'll stop and do experiments and learn more and have a lot of fun with that. And then there's Tinker Lab, which is a really fun book, and it's got some great ideas for both boys that are art-related, making concoctions and experimenting with different things, taking things apart, tinkering with it, just all kinds of stuff in there. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun for both of them because it mixes the art, science, and it gets them in there and getting their hands dirty. So anyway, that was a lot, and that was talking really fast, but that's mostly what we're doing. We'll just kind of do it at our own pace and take it little by little. Some of this stuff I'm going to do with Samuel one-on-one, and then I'll put it in his rest time bank so that he can do it more on his own. And then a lot of it I'll do with both of the boys, and some of it I'll just do with Timothy when I have him separately. And anyway, I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I'm happy to share more. If you guys want to, in the phonics program, Samuel really wants to read, but he's not interested in like direct instruction, like me sitting down and working with him. So he is just not ready for that yet, but he really wants to read. So I found a book about teaching a child to read through regular literature and the things that you're doing every day. So I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to order it, and I'm hoping I can pick some tools to help give him some ideas to help give him tools so that he can learn to read without actually having to sit down and do that instruction, because he does want to learn to read, and he has started reading some of Dick and Jane on his own, but he's just not interested in phonics learning. So for right now, I'm going to kind of leave that aside. I don't want to push it. He's only 4, like, seriously. But I would like to find some ways to help give him some confidence and give him that reading ability that he really wants. So that's pretty much it for what we're doing right now. If you want to see any of this, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to show it to you. And I'm excited because I have all sorts of things on my list that I'm going to review and share with you about homeschooling and learning ideas anyway. And if there's anything you want me to review or think I should see, let me know in the comments below as well. I'm really excited, and I'm going to go before this cuts me off again. And I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Bye.